Thank you very much, and I rise to take note of all the questions asked by coalition senators to the government. Well, it's only in Labor's illogical, bizarre world could we get a federal budget that's propped up by resources, but which also cuts support to them while giving extra ammunition to the sort of lawfare that we're going to see from the EDO. The Resources Minister is telling industry and media one thing, saying we're encouraging more gas supply to come to market. She knows that that's what's going to reduce energy prices and provide better gas prices to the domestic market, but her cabinet colleagues are giving a nod and a wink to the Greens and every other extreme Green movement. So the Environmental Defenders Office have received an extra $9.6 million to conduct lawfare against the very industry that is the only solution we have to provide affordable gas to both the domestic market for manufacturing, but also for our export market. And it is this year alone that the gas industry is expected to provide $13 billion in royalties, company taxes and PAYG payments from the incredibly well-paid jobs that there are in the gas industry. And it is extraordinary to me that when I go to towns like Gladstone, like Rockhampton, like Mount Isa and Townsville, when the journalists ask me, what do you think this budget means for our people, our workers? And I have to say, well, it's not much good news, I'm afraid, because in this budget we have seen massive cuts to incredibly important budget commitments that we had for the development of Northern Australia, whether it be the billions of dollars to water funding, to Hells Gate Dam, to— well, where is— I'll take that, Senator Canavan. I will have to provide a map similar to the one provided by Senator Watt when he was before he was a minister. He would bring a map to RRAT where he'd carefully coloured in Northern Australia, I think just to remind him of where it is. And using that map, he would be able to see that the water investments, the road investments, the $500 million that's been cut from the Northern Australia Infrastructure Facility, the cuts to the Northern Australia Development Grants, the cuts to roads and significant investments, that this makes this a Robin Hood budget in reverse. Because what it does is it steals jobs from the north, but I'm not sure where they're giving them to. It's the kind of worst kind of theft, because nobody benefits and everybody loses. Because it is the royalties and the company taxes of gas, of coal, of critical minerals that have allowed this country to be the first world country that we have. We've continued to hear about this budget, the sort of Labor lies, the unravelling of budget commitments that I'm seeing now. People right across the Australian landscape are saying, well, we don't believe this budget. We don't rate it because you promised us the Rockhampton Ring Road. The Prime Minister to put out a media release committing to it, something that is now deleted. They committed to a $275 electricity cost reduction, but now all we're seeing is electricity prices skyrocket. We know that Australian households are going to be— it will cost them another $2,000 a year by this Christmas. That's the impact of this budget and this government that doesn't know how to manage money, doesn't know how to manage the budget. This is the biggest spending budget. Another $50 billion in receipts because of commodity prices, and yet what have they done with it? Well, they've spent the lot. They've spent the lot. So they have cut money to the places that make money, and they're pouring it into the Premier of Victoria's re-election campaign, a circular rail project that is going to assist a couple of people where they need to hold government, but the places that mine the resources, that grow the agricultural products, that secure the nation's future for generations to come, cut, dead, gone. Because that's what regional Australia means to Labor. Absolutely nothing.
Senator Polley.